What ideas are there for how to achieve these goals? And what are your general reflections on it? Your name, please?
Amy Townsend.
Okay. And yours, sir?
Grady O'Rear.
And what organization are you with?
We're with Green Advantage.
Okay, so what is Green Advantage doing on this issue, and what ideas do you guys have tonight?
Well, we're a nonprofit organization. We were founded with EPA funds and got funding from the Nature Conservancy. We certify building-related practitioners, primarily contractors, subcontractors, tradespeople, in green building. So we're part of that market transformation and helping to get more people under the green tent who are building our buildings throughout the country.
Now, does that mostly relate to energy efficiency, energy conservation, or renewable energy, or all three?
All of the above. And in addition, other related issues to the environment, such as indoor environmental quality, or the way that we manage our land, the way that we approach building in general, so that we can be healthier for one another as occupants and users of buildings, but also for the rest of nature that's impacted as well.
And are there any particular policies that Green Advantage is hoping to see enacted under the new administration and the new Congress?
I think anything that focuses on renewable energy and energy efficiency is really the way to go.
Okay, great. Any other additional comments?
Oh, sure. For example, one of the initiatives I think that would be very helpful for the new president to consider is something called the Energy Performance Building Directive. This has already been implemented in the EU. What it means is if we're buying buildings or if we're selling, that there has to be a disclosure from the people who are selling the building, or even if we're leasing the building, to the lessee or the potential purchaser. And that disclosure shows a third-party analysis of the energy rating of that building from A to G. A being the highest rating, meaning almost net zero, virtually no net energy requirements, to G, A to G, G being the lowest, more like a typical American building, or maybe even higher, but because it's European standards. But the idea is that the market helps to shift the energy dynamic related to the buildings. So the government isn't having to lay out a lot of money for this initiative. Instead, the government is just helping the energy raters be approved, so they're third-party raters that then the government is also requiring the disclosure and enforcing that, but otherwise the market is working. And would you rather be purchasing or leasing a highly energy rated building or one that's a lower one? It's kind of a no-brainer. So that's an example of the kind of initiatives that we could be seeing.
And this does this differ greatly from our LEED certifications? Is it in the same ballpark?
Well, it's actually LEED has an energy and resources component to it, but this is an additional incentive, if you will, because if you're LEED rating a building, you can be the highest rated, which is platinum, or the lowest, which is their standard. There's platinum, gold, silver, and a standard rating. And the energy requirement is variable, but it generally is actually lower than some of the European standards. One of the big energy rating in Europe right now is called Passive House. And it's much higher than the highest rated platinum LEED building. And they already have 10,000 of these structures in Europe that are Passive House certified. So it's a very different level that they have already helped pioneer. And instead of our having to reinvent the wheel here, we can look to our European neighbors and friends and say, hey, what's been working there, what's not working, and use a number of these techniques here in the U.S.
Well, yeah, a little competitive spirit never hurts, and hopefully we can cooperate and learn from our neighbors and others around the world, and hope to meet our energy challenges.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Just also the importance of not only looking at facilities, but also looking at the rest of the organization. One of the things that we're interested in is making sure that we're not just focusing on energy, although that was your question, of the facilities, but also the entire company. So everything from the mission, making sure that employees are greener in their own behaviors, operations, investments that companies make. So there are really a number of ways in which we can make a difference.
Okay, well, today was a very exciting day, and it will be great to see how we meet these challenges ahead. Thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thanks so much.
Have a good night.
Thanks.